For acid bath?
All judges, once you have your athletes sign the scorecard, meet me in the middle of floor number 1. Judges, once you're done.
Welcome inside the Stockyards Event Center here at the MBS Turkey Challenge in Denver, Colorado. We've got some pro men action coming your way to kick things off here. It's a very, there's a lot going on here this weekend. We got 3 different competition floors today. We'll be over here on stage 1 this afternoon. We're on stage 2 with the men this morning, and with these guys already lifted in the reps ahead stage. So we have some scores on the board. This is Drake Lewis. He'll be in the outside lane here. He's currently sitting in a tie for second after hitting a 375 clean this morning. Luke Keeble will be next to him here. Clay Dean will be in lane number 8. Lane 7, we got Michael White there in the red shirt. Gage Capel in lane number 6. And rounding out the heat, Keanu Redongo in lane 5 there in the black t-shirt. These guys got a 2-parter in store for them. They're gonna be starting at the barbells, and they got a quick burner, 14-7 reps of front squats and lateral burpees over the bar, 225 on the bar. So they'll do 14 squats, 14 burpees, 7-7, and then they're gonna have to get across the line to finish. The athletes in the front row will get across the green line. The athletes in the back row will just have to trot across the line that's right next to them. So it's the same space to finish, but just a quick move to finish. 6-minute time cap on that. Quick reset, and then they're gonna hit acid bath. Workout made famous at Dubai Fitness Championship several years ago. You see the machines in the background. So they have 500 meters on the ski, 500 meters on the row, and 1,000 meters on the bike, and run across the green line to finish it out. Should be starting here very soon.
Code in the entrance for a free gold bar at the Valor Fitness booth. We also got thick boy apparel. The sponsor also a vendor.
And that was not the start of the workout.
A lot of awesome apparel over there at Thick Boy.
Well, we should be starting any second now.
You can also purchase some.
So again, right side of the screen, closest to us, Drake Lewis, Luke Keeble in the white and yellow.
Thick Boy.
In the front row over there, Clay Dean, Michael White in the red, Gage Capel, black and gray. And then with the black hat on, Keanu Redongo. We'll have 2 heats of pro men for this.
Check out their early Black Friday collection.
A little bit of anticipation here.
Only available online. Get yours before they're gone at Uno Mas Ropa.
Got Rachel Noel over here in the crowd. She'll be competing in the reps ahead match later this afternoon.
At the Coliseum, if you're interested, they got.
It's like a clock issue, but I think they've got it solved.
Later this evening, but go check out that press conference going on right now if you're interested to see what those athletes have to say. Gonna thank you to Element Concept 2.
Other guys in this heat, Keanu Redongo hit 365. He's in 4th, and Clay Dean 350. He's in 5th coming into this one. Here we go. Tango underway. 14 front squats at 225, 14 lateral burpees, 7 front squats, 7 burpees. It's going to be a quick one. See Drake Lewis on the right. Deliberate opening of the hip at the finishing position, fairly fast out of the bottom. And it is going to be that ability to get out of the bottom of the squat that'll make the difference here. And straight down to the burpees. And actually, Drake's going to be third down. It is Clay Dean, Michael White, Drake Lewis, and then Luke Keeble. Keanu Redongo in the mix, and Gage Capel. He had the lowest clean of these guys, 315 pounds, and maybe transferring over to the slower cadence on the front squats. 6-minute time cap. These guys are not going to need it. My goodness, Clay Dean. That was an incredibly fast set of burpees. It's Clay, Michael White, and now Drake. Only 7 reps here. Drake Lewis going to need to make a move here on the back half. These guys are taking it to him. He's a clear favorite in the heat. But Clay Dean down for 7 burpees, and we're only at 1:15 on the clock. Now Michael and Drake are gonna be in a battle here. Michael in the red, Drake in the black, and Clay Dean, 121 unofficial. Holy cow. Last burpee for Michael here. Michael get across about a half second ahead of Drake. That's gonna go to stopwatch. I had 129 for both on the clock, but I thought Michael stepped across a half right ahead of him. Keanu Redongo, 139, and a no rep there for Luke Hebel, who saunters across the line at like 147. No, not too much urgency there, but Clay Dean, my goodness, dude. Taking the heat, blazing fast. God damn. That one athlete still working, plenty of time until the time cap. Gauge will drop down. And he's got to get across the line. No, that was all he had to do was get across the line.
I was surprised when I stood up. And
You want to give us a thought real quick?
yeah, I don't know. I knew I practiced and I thought I was fast, but I was really surprised when I came out and I could see people were ways behind me. So I get an extra burpee the first round too. So
Yeah,
little
we'll take
extra.
it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What's
Not
it-
expected.
You think that the burpees or the front squats are more important than this?
The front squats for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was surprised because there's a lot of strong squatters in the field. So maybe the burpees matter more than I thought.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah.
You looking forward to acid bath?
No.
Okay,
No.
good chick. All right, so we got a reset period here. That was Clay Dean, and you heard what he said. Surprised to see that he was ahead there. We still got 2.5 minutes till the time cap. So now these guys have to gather themselves. It's always an interesting nuance of a competition when you have a back-to-back style workout. You got Keanu Redongo here at 365 earlier today. Seemed like he was pretty happy about it. It's not the biggest dude, it's a pretty impressive lift. Michael White, second place on the heat on that one, I think. He was very close. Let me check it. What time did he have for him? 128.88. Fast. Happy with that? What time do you have? What time do you have?
129.
129 even for Drake Lewis. So it was, look, one of the guys wrote down split seconds and one did not, but that's kind of how I saw it, was that by a split second, which means less than a second, I would have given that to Michael White, and that's what the judges have. So we'll see if that holds up. A lot of rest here, so the athletes will have the chance to hopefully recover pretty well and get after this. I like that they have a little run to the finish at the end. That's how the original acid bath was, and I think that's how it should always be. It's not different if you end it on the machine. Just getting off there and having a jog, even if it's 10 yards, makes a difference. Give you guys a shot inside the event center here. We got apparelshop.com over there. Thick Boy, one of the title sponsors of the event. You got athletes all over the place. Man, I am so excited for the reps ahead matches tonight. That stadium where these athletes all get a chance to lift is going to be electric. I might be doing this if I was in this event. Just keeping the blood flowing through the legs a little bit. Clay shaking up the legs. There's Luke Keeble. Keeble hit 335 this morning. Michael White hit 340. The overall winner of the morning event was Jacob Marlowe, 385. He'll be in the next heat. I know Drake Lewis attempted 390 twice and said he's going for the win. Ended up allowing Jacob to have that. And Kevin Schuss is also at 375. Those guys will be in the next heat. Be reseeded for tomorrow, but today the draw kind of split what I would consider to be the three favorites in the competition. Drake Lewis been competing a bit this offseason. Summit Games. Also saw him at the semifinals. He's a guy that I believe is climbing the ranks and has some potential to make some improvements relative to the overall field in the next year or two as well. He's incredibly strong. Trains with True Fitness, Adrian Conway's program. Appreciate Adrian promoting our live stream this morning, re-promoting it. "20 seconds to the start. Acid Bath coming up next. 500 meter ski, 500 meter row, 1,000 meter bike. It's been about 6 minutes since these guys have finished. Clay Dean took down the first part there. Again, we still have another heat to go, but 2 seconds, 1 second, and Acid Bath for the pro men here at the MBS Turkey Challenge starting. Just joining, there's Drake Lewis. I'm addicted like it's wrong. I want it all day long. Going about a 141 there. Similar right next to him here for Luke Keeble, but higher strokes or lower strokes per minute. He's pulling about a 46 to Drake's 54.
Oh, this needs to be a women's box.
There's Michael. About a 147 pace. Sorry, that was Clay. Here's Michael. Getting ahead of myself. Approaching the 250 mark for the ski as we're at the 52nd mark for the event. Gage Capel, about 230 remaining for him. Gianna Rodongo rounding out the pro division. We've got some masters here. He's got 230 left now. To try to give you a shot and see who advances first here. Not sure if we're going to get any hands up. They'll go to the row next. A 100 meters left for Rodongo. He's probably farthest from finishing. And I'm guessing we're going to see some guys move here pretty quick with the 140 mark for the 500 meter ski. And there goes Capel, Michael White, Drake, Dean, Keeble, all still under 153. And Rodongo will move forward next. We'll come back to him. So Gage got off first there, straight onto the row. Nice and steady at a 144 here, about 26 strokes per minute. Got over 100 meters done. Michael White basically at the same meters mark as him, within about 5 meters of each other. White now at 360. Ooh, Clay Dean's monitor is counting up, which most of the others are counting down. He's pulled 160 so far. He's a little bit behind those other two guys. Keeble, the 310 mark here, fading a little bit relative to leaders, and Drake Lewis holding a 145. Again, high strokes per minute for Drake, 34, 35. He's past the 250 mark. He's got less than half of it to go, and it's going to be Gage, Michael White, and Drake Lewis, who are kind of spaced out across the floor. So that's 200 meters down for Drake. 170 remaining for both of these guys, so I believe the leaders will be over here I think we'll go to the other side to give you the transition. So Drake there in the black, closest to us, and then in the red shirt is Michael White, and then one down from him, Gage Capel. Gage Capel was the last guy done with the first part, and at the same time, all three athletes move. We got three guys, 1,000 meters. Gage is looking down the row. Michael standing, here comes Clay, here comes Luke. And Michael really powering into it there. A big effort in the standing position before sitting down. 4 minutes elapsed now. Drake at about a 140 pace, close to 99 RPMs. Damper setting's about 5. Already got 750 done. Let's check in on the other two guys. Michael's got his eyes closed, also to 140, 650 remaining. RPMs is lower, down at about an 86. Damper setting is higher. Gage, 138 pace, 530 remaining. Over 100 RPMs. His damper setting's down to 4. So 3 different strategies there. In terms of the damper setting, Gage at about a 4, Drake at a 5, Michael at a 6. All these guys getting close. Fans yelling at him. The acid is pooling here. We're gonna try to get a shot at the finish line. 300 meters to go for Gage. 300 remaining for Michael. 350 left for Clay. 340 for Ebel. And this looks like it's gonna be Drake Lewis all day. I know. Drake should be moving very quick here. He's got to get back across the green line, so we'll pull wide just to make sure we get it. Here we go at the same time. Drake Lewis edges out Gage Capel, so Drake should take that one 528 and 528 and change. Should be Drake over Gage there. Michael White, 536. Love the little sprint to the finish. Love that nuance of this. Here comes Clay Dean, 545. Luke Hebel, 547. What we get? 526 there. What was his time? 527.28. So that's not right. They should be closer than that. Well, we know that Drake was ahead of him, but I think by a minute, a second and change is probably not right. Ridongo, last man on the bike. He's gonna finish up and he's gotta get across the line. Yeah, and this is how I look finishing this workout. 6:24. So Heat 2 will be coming up in a second. I'm just gonna take a quick audio break to talk to the head of scoring right there. All right, just clarifying some stuff with the head of scoring there, so they're aware of the situation. But one heat down, one heat to go for the pro men taking on this back-to-back Tango and Acid Bath. We got the next men in the corrals over here, including the current leader of the competition, Jacob Marlowe. Pacing there, getting himself ready. We're gonna have Jake Burton, JP Rubino, Steven Rodriguez, Bridger Blake, Steve Neusler, and Kevin Schutz in this heat as far as the pro men go. So they're all lined up in the corral here. We got some of our sponsors, HGR CBD, big supporter of mine personally, and also the community of these competitions this year. Onward Physical Therapy, Tier, LMNT, some of them you'll always see. Bridges, Josh Bridges' company, responsible for the programming this week. Concept 2 in the house. Not sure about this one. Signs RX. Ridgeline Group. Preparo Shop. Valor Fitness Equipment Provider. And Surface Go. I think they're the leaders in the industry for getting these mats and these competitions for. Athletes taking the floor. Pro men, Heat 2. Again, they did an event this morning. Kevin Schutz, 375 clean. He's there in the blue. And he'll be down in lane number 2. On paper, he's a podium athlete here, probably along with Marlowe and Drake, would be the guys that you pick. Off to a good start.
Good start. I'm not looking forward to this one. I like the machine stuff.
Okay.
We'll see if these old bones still got something.
Kevin says if these old bones can do this quick burner, he's looking forward to the machines. Steve Neusler over here, 9th this morning with a clean of 335. He'll be in the gray cutoff shirt. Bridger?
Yeah.
Bridger Bleak. He'll be in lane 4 here. 330 on the clean this morning, wearing the Bridges shirt. Steven Rodriguez hit 345 this morning, turning in 7th place in the all black. Oh man. Rodriguez may be able to burn this one down in the first part of this one. Let's see. JP Rubino, 5th place right now, 350-pound clean this morning. Jake Burton, wearing the old school Froning 2013. Oh man, that's awesome. Love that. And overall leader in the competition right now, Jacob Marlowe with that 385-pound clean. And I think that this could be a good competition for Jacob overall. I mean, he's got some decent credentials in his back, sometimes a bit of an up and down performance. He's got his coach here. I think he's going to do well in this first part.
Yeah. I like our odds.
Yeah, I was just saying that. He said, yeah, I like our odds too. There's actually Haley Bell. She's competing in the pro women's division, late entry, so she's in kind of a heat of her own. Haley, she hit a 225 clean this morning.
What's that?
Nice 225 this morning.
Thank you.
So we'll keep an eye on her. We will have the women already did this event this morning. We missed it on the live stream, just kind of getting some stuff going here. I wanted to make sure that if we're going to be doing it, we're doing it the right way. But we will have the women this afternoon for the Alpha event, and we'll give you up to date on all of their results and leaderboards when we get ready for that one. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Right now, actually, in the other pavilion on the Repsed channel, there's a press conference going on for the Repsed athletes. And then this afternoon, we got women doing Alpha, men doing Alpha, and of course, the Repsed showcase tonight.
Starting in 4 minutes, we're missing 2 athletes.
4 minutes to start. Who's? No one's missing. No one's missing. One second. Two minutes to the start. Sorry for the big transitions, pauses between here. But we'll get these guys going. And if you didn't see the first one, Clay Dean smoked that first event, like a 121 or something. Well, it's going to be tight on the stopwatches, so we'll check. But they're going to have Tango, 14 front squats, 14 lateral burpees, 7 front squats, 7 lateral burpees. They'll start at their bar, And then they just have to get across the line closest to him to finish it. So a little shoot to the finish there. So these guys in the front will have to get across the green. And then these guys back here will just have to move across to the right, or what we're looking at, get across the white line. So if it gets close, which it probably will, we'll try to pull wide to see the finishes. Sometimes the competitions use these live streams as like reviews if things are close. I am expecting Jacob Marlowe to have a very fast time on this. Like Kevin said, he'll probably be better on the machines. I think I'm also kind of watching JP Rubino here. He'll be right behind Jacob. They're my two picks in the heat. Steven Rodriguez, little sleeper pick. And here we go. Heat 2 of the pro men taking on Tango. Shit's in the blue there. On the right, Nuschler, Bleak. There's Rodriguez, fast cycle right there in the black in the back row. There's Rupino, a little bit, pretty good actually. Burton, and it's Rodriguez, Rupino, and Marlowe, the three that we were targeting that are out first. Rodriguez with the fastest cycle rate, and man, his burpees are fast too. See him in the all black in the back row there. Just so fast, Steven Rodriguez. He is 7th this morning, 3:45 at the 46-minute mark. He's moving on. Clay Dean's time is looking pretty strong. Squat clean for the first rep. Such a fast event, but man, he's got a 3-rep lead already. Rupino with about a 1-rep lead over Marlowe. Rodriguez down at the 104 mark, 7 burpees to go. Steven Rodriguez trying to see if he can get ahead of Clay Dean's time here. Marlowe passes Rubino on the front squats. Now it's burpees to the finish. 1:16 on the clock. Steven Rodriguez should take the event. Both of these guys are gonna have to turn around to get over that line. 1:21 is crossed, so Clay Dean should be in. I don't have the other times written down. 1:26 unofficial for Marlowe, 1:28 unofficial there for Rodriguez. Schutz is the next man down, strung out across this heat, but again, he's racing against the other heat as well. Here goes Bruton finishing up the front squats. Schutz should be on his last burpee here, and he'll get across 1:46 unofficial. Now we got a little bit of a race here. Bruton closest to it. Nuschler in the background. Cross at 1:56 unofficial for Bruton. Keep Haley in there. 2:02, Nuschler gets across. Bleak on his last couple burpees. Haley 2:12, see how it stacks up against the women, and 2:13, and all the men are done. But nobody faster than Steven Rodriguez. Where even is he? And he's on the bike. Let's see if we can talk to him. You got a second for a question?
Yeah, I got it.
Steven, that was pretty fast.
Thank you.
You knew that was good for you?
Yeah. Not the strongest, but I can move the weight. So
yeah, but I mean, you're middle of the pack on the clean. Were you happy with that this morning?
Oh, yeah. I wanted 360, but just
did you go for it?
I did.
How many times?
3. I cleaned it.
Just gonna stand it up.
Stand it up.
Well, you stood up those squats fast, but I actually think you made the biggest separation on the burpees.
Yeah.
And I think you had the fastest time across both heats. Did you watch the first heat?
I think it was like 122.
Yeah, and you were about 116, 117. Yeah. So nice to have a little event win there.
Definitely.
How you feel about these machines?
Damage control.
All right, I'll let you recover. Good stuff, man.
I did not like that one.
You got a question? Answer a question for a second?
What's up? Yeah, sure.
That wasn't, I mean, 4th in the heat, not terrible.
I just didn't like it. It hurt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quick squats.
There's a lot of rest right now before acid bath.
Yeah.
Like unusual amount
need
of
it.
rest. Yeah.
I think it'll help put up some better scores for this one.
Did you watch the first heat?
Yeah.
So you kind of know what you got to do.
I gotta beat these guys.
Beat these guys. Have you done this
I
workout
gotta go
before?
faster than the other athletes. That's my strategy.
Have you ever done this workout?
I did it practicing this. Yeah.
It's been around for several years.
I know.
You've been
I was always
avoiding
scared of it.
Yeah, right.
And avoiding it. To be honest, I like the machine, so I've been working on the shit I'm horrible at.
Okay.
Like burpees, but
Let's see if you still got it.
I like the machines. Yeah.
All right,
It's fun.
Well, good stuff.
You see, Brian.
Let's see what you got.
Thanks, man.
Kevin Schutz, been around for a long time, seasoned competitor, and I do think he'll have a pretty good performance here. See a lot of these guys on the bike here in the interim. We didn't see too much of that in the first heat, but I think it's a good idea. Two-parter. Acid bath is in the books. Rodriguez should have taken that. Dean probably first. It was going to be really close between the second and third guys in both heats, who all finished sometime between about 123 and 129. But I think that Marlowe got the better of Lewis on that one. And if he did, that's 2 events that he's beaten him on. Drake Lewis had the fastest time on acid bath. And he'll know that Marlowe's is probably his biggest threat here this weekend. Giving away 2 events early. Let's see, actually. Give me a question or two?
Sure.
You can just hold it by your face. Cool. I think Jacob took Drake on the first 2 events today.
Sweet.
I'm assuming that he's been working on stuff like this, machine work.
Yeah, machine work. I mean, he's pretty good at the machines, but he's been doing just a lot more cardiovascular training in general. Runs like 4 days a week.
Wow, I need to do that.
Yeah, he gets to touch a barbell every once in a while, and he's usually out of breath when he does it. So,
well, pretty good that he still was able to win a lifting event, considering that kind of training.
That was a PR clean.
Damn, that's awesome. Can't complain with that. What do you think about the rest between the first and second part here? Is it appropriate or is it too much?
It's probably more than they need, but asking them, like, giving them enough rest to where they can really pit themselves on acid bath and knowing what acid bath is, I think it's okay.
Have you ever done acid bath?
I have not.
All right, well, you got to do it sometime before the calendar year ends.
All right, fair enough.
Courtney will do it with you.
Yeah.
I've already done it.
And you're going to do it again?
No, I've already
Oh, you did it today? That's right.
earlier. Come on, man. No.
All right, thanks, guys. Trying to have some fun, killing time here. Got about a minute to go. About 45 seconds till acid bath starts for the men here. Second heat of them. And if you're not familiar with it, made its debut at the Dubai Fitness Championship years ago. And a lot of athletes and recreation all the way up to pro have done this workout and training over the years. Right? You don't see it programmed too often in competition. It's a burner. 500 meter ski, 500 meter row, 1,000 meter bike, and that last 500 meters on the bike just hurts. But Drake Lewis really hammered down on that last 500 meters there and ended up pulling away from a couple guys that were very close to him. Let's see if anyone in this heat can match that effort from Drake. And here we go. Staggered stance here for, there you go, switching to stagger. Well, that's interesting. I'm always fascinated by skier. Athletes have so many different ways to do it. Only pulling about a 149 right now, maybe saving a little bit. Let's see. Slower than the guys in the previous heat. 148, 149 here for Bruton as well. How about Rubino? pulling more like a 146, 145. Rodriguez at about a 154, 155 place. Now, Bridger Bleak here, big dude. Pulling about a 154. He's approaching the halfway mark, 50 seconds, heavy laps. 250 mark here for Steven Nuschler. And approaching 200 here for Kevin Schutz, pulling about a 146. So I would say that overall the paces here are not as fast as we saw from the top guys in the first heat. Now that doesn't mean that they can't make it up on the back part of this, but it's an event where a couple seconds can make a big difference. And see when they make this transition, there's about everyone in the first heat transitioned between like 146 and 153 basically. We're at 136 right now. Last 30 meters coming up for Schutz. So he's gonna be first to move, but a little slower by a couple seconds. Oh, and right with him, Bleak. So Schutz and Bleak, Nuschler, Rupino, Marlowe, Bruton, and Rodriguez is gonna be last to move at the 159 mark. So all the men onto the row, sub 2 minutes, and the two tallest guys in the field leading the way here. Schutz pulling about a 147, 26 strokes per minute. He's got a damper 9 on the rower. Flexes his muscle. Had to have heard me there. Steven Nuschler pulling about a 142 pace, 28 strokes per minute, damper 7. Nice pace on the road there, 133. Holy cow, Bridger Bleak, 35 strokes per minute, damper 8. Just ripping on this thing. Yeah, if he can match that on the bike, he might be able to sneak an event win here. Little bit slow on the ski. If you got that road pace, why not? 153 for Rodriguez. We knew this would be damage control in his words. A minute's fast here for JP. He's pulling about a 144 pace, 200 meters to go. Bruton got 220 left. He's holding about a 154. And Marlowe, 143, making a little bit of a move here. He's got about 150 meters left, 34 strokes per minute. Damper's about 6.5. So a lot of different strategies for the men. We'll try to give you a shot of the transition, as Bleak especially should be getting close to making that move. I would guess that Schutz and Marlowe will be relatively close, as Jacob has a slightly. And at the 330 mark, Bridger Bleak. Holy cow, yeah, this guy's on pace to win this event. Now, he's probably in the bottom 2 on the burpees and front squats. Also in the bottom 3 on the lift, and it's actually both Schutz and Nuschler getting ahead of Marlowe and Rupino there. So Marlowe, after having, I think, a first and maybe a 5th, sitting about 5th in his heat right now. Here comes Bruton. So that's going to be interesting to see how things shake up, but the leaders are going to be on the other side of the floor. Marlowe putting the head down. He's got about a 142, 143 pace there. Bruton's coasting in right now. Got about a 156. 2 minutes here for Rupino, so a little bit of a slow cadence to start. 158 for Rodriguez. But we all want to see Bridger Bleak here. Oh my God. After he's got more than 500 meters in, and he's still pushing a 137. Yeah, Bridger Bleak's in line for an event win here. He stands up on the bike. Nuschler doing the same thing, a sub 140 pace for him. About 460 left. He's 130 meters behind Bleak. I mean, this is Bleak and everyone else. Nuschler should need to be looking to his right, not his left. 400 remains here. So Schutz is about 330 meters behind Nuschler. So Bleak and Steven Nuschler are showing some power here on Acid Bath. My goodness, about 5 minutes have gone. Bleak is going to be close to finishing things. Bridger Bleak, untouchable on Acid Bath against the pro division here. Dripping sweat, looking left and right, but still just absolutely mauling this bike. And Bridger Bleak is going to take the event win. 5:13 on Acid Bath. Get out of here. Nuschler should be the next finisher. Marlowe digging deep on the far side of the floor. If it goes to a sprint, we're going to go with them. Here goes Nuschler. 5:27, 5:28. We're going to have to check those times against the other heat. 5:32 for Marlowe. Those split times are going to be very close to the somewhat controversial ones that we saw in the first heat. There goes Rupino. I'm going to check those split times. So Nuschler and Schutz are going to be very close with Capel and who is the second one? And Drake Lewis, maybe. They were the first and second guys across. Here comes Bruton. 5:58, and Rodriguez not too far behind here. 6:02. Let me check these times. What did we get for that split time? 5:28. What did we get for the split time here? 5:27. Yes, we got basically have 4 split times that are all really close. We're going to have to, that's going to be some precious points. Bridger, can you talk yet? Just hold this by your chin. Bridger Bleak, how tall are you?
6'4".
6'4", that's pretty tall for a CrossFit athlete, but you're out here in the elite division with some good guys.
Yeah, it makes things tough, but we'll be an advantage on some workouts.
Are you doing No Shave November?
It's been kind of a year-long process.
How old are you?
23.
How long have you been doing this stuff?
Been doing CrossFit since around 12 or 13 years old. Had some injuries
almost a
throughout high school,
decade.
so yeah. Had 3 knee surgeries throughout high school, so I have some setbacks, but it's kept me in shape for sure.
So you've been exposed to CrossFit for nearly a decade. Did you do any other sports in high school?
Yeah, basketball is kind of my thing. But when I get injured, CrossFit was kind of a way still to feel that competitive side and still stay active.
You still playing basketball at all?
A little bit, like open gym type stuff.
Or are you a shooting guard or something?
Kind of a little bit of everything. I grew up in Wyoming, so 6'4" is pretty tall for around Wyoming.
Yeah. So have you done acid bath before?
Yeah, I've done this workout 3 times actually. This would be my 3rd time. The first time, I knew the front squats would be tough for me. So I got really long legs, so I knew the front squats I'd probably finish at the back of the pack. But the longer aerobic type stuff on the machines caught my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So that's where I plan on making up some ground.
Dude, I mean, you didn't really look like you pushed it on the ski, but you just left everyone in the dust on the row.
When I did the first 2 times, I noticed I went hard on the ski and then just had nothing left for the rower. And if you do the math, going harder on the ski only buys you about 3 seconds. So nice pace on the ski, then go hard on the row on the bike. It's the way to go.
We got a few more events this weekend. Is there any other event where you can maybe surprise some guys and take a top finish?
Anything with a little bit of running in it. So this afternoon and then Foxtrot tomorrow. I'm looking forward to those ones.
Awesome, man. Well, that was fun to watch. 5:13 is a pretty fast time for our acid bath. Yeah. That'll do it for pro men for the combo of Tango and Acid Bath. We'll be back this afternoon for Alpha with the women, Alpha with the men, and reps ahead this evening here from Denver, Colorado, the Stockyard Event Center for MBS Turkey Challenge 2024.